Hello everyone, this is the clan fight challenge for oracles, and we have 6 hours left until the event ends, and I think we have enough to build oracle think tanks. So let us start. So we need to get the sword deity. The first one costs 15,000. There it is, the Take Mikazuchi. Then the second one costs 30,000. There it is. We only want one of that. Because honestly, I don't see me using the effect more than once. And we want 2 Kirin, so the first one costs 15,000, the second one costs 3,000. But we'll come back to Kirin. We need our 4 Susano, because the 4 Susano is the deck. We don't need the Amaterasu Legion, nor do we need Susano and SP, although it does look nice. We will take the 4 critical triggers. We don't need the Battle Sister either. We do need the 4 Perfect Guards. And of course the Stride Neighbours. And the starting Vanguard, of course. And then we will take 4 of the Diviner. You don't need Obligate Robin or Security Guardian. Or the Tank Man, I don't believe. We do need 4 of this because it is 12k. Don't need the other Tank Man. And then we can go and get the second Kirin, which leaves us with 758 gold medals left. So not enough to get our 3rd and 4th sword deity, nor the 3rd and 4th of the Kirin. But you only want to stride into Kirin once and then stride it into the sword deity, and then if you're still alive, go into Kirin a 3rd time, or 2nd time even, sorry, is the 3rd stride. But I think that's really all you're going to need. I mean, it'd be nice to have the additional cards, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. The Battle Sister melee fuel, I don't think is all that necessary. I mean, it's a good backup grade 3. And of course, if you want to play Ohirube, the Amaterasu Legion, then it requires you playing 4 of that and 4 of the Amaterasu, which means you don't really have space for the Susano if you're going to be playing the heal Perfect Guards, or the heal guards, not the heal Perfect Guards. Got our 4 Diviner. I don't think this is good. Carablast 2, and it's only 8k. This is kind of cool, just because it's 13k in the opponent's turn, but it's 8k as a base, which I'm not quite pleased with. If it's going to be an 8k base, I'd like to have a stronger effect. This is, well, it's return a card from your hand, but I mean, it may as well be discard a card, soul charge and counter charge, which I don't think is good enough, especially considering there's a grade 1, which is Soul Blast 2 to unflip 2 damage. That's the stand trigger. I've never liked the stand triggers. He's a 10k vanilla. We already have 10k vanilla, so we don't need that. Yes, we've got the 4 of him. Yeah, this is when it attacks. Discard cards, give it +5, which isn't really necessary. It goes from 9 to 14. And there's the AK vanilla we don't need. This is 7k, but when it attacks Vanguard it goes to 10k. But of course, Vanguards have 11k base, so 10k doesn't hit unless it's being boosted. And I just think that there's better grade 1s, so I don't think it's necessary. This, I do not see the point of it at the end of the turn. If it's in rest, blast 1 return to hand. In the original game, it was good because it had 5k defense, but in Zero, it doesn't have that 5k defense, which kind of defies the point. And then after that, we just have the 2 sets of sleeves, neither of which I'm particularly bothered about. So I think we're good. And with that, I think we can build ourselves a little Oracle Think Tank deck. If anything, I'd maybe make a 3rd Kieran. Or maybe take some of the other commons and rares just in case they become useful later on. But let us look at our Oracle Think Tank deck. And the only thing I didn't have was the starting Vanguard, because it doesn't show up unless you actually own it. And there we go. That is what my little build for Oracle Think Tank is. So of course, your 4 Stride Enabler, your 4 unflip Perfect Guards, 2 of the when placed Soul Blast 2 to counter charge 2, 3 of the on place, look at the top card of your deck, and then you can put it on the top or bottom of your deck. I know it also has the effect that if you're playing the chocolate Perfect Guard, you can add it to your hand, but I think the unflip damage is slightly better than the random chance of getting a Perfect Guard. Of course, our 4 of this, when it's boosted, can blast 1 to draw a card. 4 of our 9k that goes to 12k. 1 of the 10k vanilla, because I couldn't think of what better thing to put in there. And 4 of Silent Tom in 2 different artworks to nullify the opponent's Perfect Guards. We have our 4 Susanos. 1 Amaterasu, because it was the next best card I could think of. So the interesting thing is it's the start of the main phase, which happens after the Stride phase. I think. When does Stride phase happen? It goes draw, ride phase, then goes into the main phase, and then you have the ability to Stride. So maybe you can activate the effect of this to soul charge, look at the top card of your deck before you Stride. I think that's how it used to work in the original game, but I mean, I'm going back, what, 6 or 7 years at this point to that mechanic. Maybe you can. If you can, then it's really good. If you can't, then it's not as good, but it's still the next best grade 3 I think we've got. 4 of the crit triggers that are also draw triggers, and 4 of the heal guardians. I know a lot of people don't like using the 4 of these, but if you've got the 4 of this, I think it makes it worthwhile, because you're just going to get into your grade 3. And then our 2 sword aces, our 2 Kirans, and then the other 4 are just whatever else you have lying around. And when the second wave of Oracle support comes out, then these guys will then come out at that point. But in the meantime, I think having just 2 and 2 is fine. I think any more of that would be mildly wasteful. I think if I was playing 4 of this, I would have to up this from 2, and I'd maybe have to start adding in some cards that soul charge into the deck. like maybe take out some of the grade 2s and replace them with grade 2s that when they boost or when they attack or whatever, soul charge. But the way that this is built up, I think that is completely fine, because nothing else soul blasts other than this card, and you're going to have the grade 1 and grade 2 in soul when you go into the grade 3, so you're going to have your 2 soul in there, which means that you're working with, well, assuming you go to 5 damage, you've got 7 counter blasts. So this is going to be a counter blast every turn because you want to use the effect every turn. This is going to be counter blast 2. This is free. And these guys are counter blast 1 each time you use them. So you should have enough counter blasts to deal with everything in the deck. So that is my plans for Oracle Think Tank. Yeah, let's go to that, I think. Let's see, sleeves, sleeves, Mizaki, variety of Mizaki sleeves. Let's go for this one. Yeah, that looks good to me, and that is Oracle Think Tank done. And because Oracle Think Tank is done, I shall move it up to the top of the list with the other stride decks. There we go. So that's going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next video. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like, share and subscribe. If you are subscribed, click that notification icon, and if you want to help out the channel, best way to do that is check out some of our other videos. So that's it for this video, folks. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.